Happy New Year's, everyone. It's officially 2025. Hello. Um, we made it. This year has been like the longest, slowest, longest but shortest year of my life. That one Ariana Grande interview that she or when she won that award, and she's like, "This has been the longest year of my life," or "This has been the worst year of my life, personally, but the best, like career-wise." I was like, okay, that was me 2024. I just wanted to hop on here, and these videos aren't necessarily for people right now at this point, at least. If one person watches them, slay balls. If not, then I don't care. As we know, I used to make YouTube videos, and looking back on them now, and now I'm 20 years old, and in those videos I was like 15, 14, oh, don't mind my nails. I was like 16, 14, around that age. And just looking back on who I was, I actually cringe so hard, and I actually hate those videos. If anyone pulls them up around me, I literally will throw up. Like, I can't. Please, humiliation ritual is not needed. But yeah, I just wanted to make kind of that now for I'm 20, so I want to look back on these videos at some point and be like, oh my god, that's who I was, crazy. But yeah, like I said, these videos aren't necessarily for people, but if they reach anyone, then slay. Love that. And overall, they're just videos that I would watch, I guess. I don't know. So much has changed since I last saw or made a video at all. It's been 2 years, I think, since 2022. And oh my god, let me tell y'all, has life been a journey and a ride and a roller coaster. And I just want to, give some lessons that I've learned. And obviously I'm not in the best point of my life where I'd say I have it all, but I've learned a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, I fear. And I've just lived through so much at this point right now. And I'm sorry, my hair is so dirty, so I'm kind of trying to make it look decent. Anyways, but yeah, I think you get what I'm trying to say. You're picking up what I'm putting down. But the last year, at least, I guess I should reflect on. I graduated cosmetology school. I also was in cosmetology school. Hello. I'm officially licensed. If anyone wants a video on that, I will gladly give it. Also, I'm getting over being sick, so if my voice goes in or out and whatnot, I'm sorry. But yeah, I was in cosmetology school. That was a crazy era of my life. It wasn't that crazy. It just I think all my days blurred into one because I was just so actually busy with work and school that I did not have time for much, but so much was happening at the same time. And yeah, that's that. But if you want videos, if you're in cosmetology school or you want to, I can make a video on things to prepare, physical things, how to pass your test, because I know a lot of girlies need help with that. No shade, it's just literally true. But yeah, this past year has taught me a lot, I fear. It's so weird. I don't know if this is just me. Well, it's obviously not just me, but when you turn 20, it's so weird because you're not a teenage girl. I'm not a girl. I'm not just a girl, but I literally am. So it's just a weird transitional time, and you lose a lot of friends and you gain a lot of friends and you gain a lot of perspective on things. This year, I think I can say I literally have lost everything. I think all my closest friends I've had since high school, I lost, and a lot of relationships and whatnot I have also lost. But with that being said, it made me learn and think a lot now about people and myself and reflecting on those kind of things. And I think overall one of the biggest lessons that I've learned this year is that losing everything will give you so much. Actually, my best friends that I've had since high school, I lost this past year, And it's just honestly a reflection of how you feel about yourself, the way that you let people treat you. And for so long, I think I realized that I don't like being like physically alone. Like I love to go do things, go out with people, like hang out, like and whatnot. And with that, you let a lot of things slide that you should not let slide. Like people will literally treat you the way that they feel about you. And that's that, honestly. Like if there's a guy who you're talking to and he doesn't answer forever, babe, like he might be busy, but if he doesn't want to answer you, he's not going to answer you because he doesn't want to. Like, hello? A text is so easy to send, honestly. And in this day and age, like, let's be serious. Or if your friends don't want to hang out with you and they're not making plans with you, or they're too busy, but they're not too busy doing other things, like, they don't want to hang out with you, girl, like, whatever. And that's just teach me a lot how to be alone. I think learning to be alone is probably like the best thing that I've done for myself. And I've been forcibly alone probably for like a lot of my teenage years. And I was so used to being alone that like it made me now in my older years be like, oh my god, please, like I don't want to be alone. Like, guys, let's hang out. But overall, I think this year I really am just gonna try to learn to like being alone. Like before the start of this year, I kind of redid my whole room and made it kind of like a place that I'd rather be in than be like anywhere else. And that's a good place to start, I feel. And like career wise, I think having goals that you know you could reach is really been a big one. Like everything that I have said I'm going to do, I have done. And that is just so fulfilling for me personally, because like no one could take that from you. Like no one ever can take that from you. And it just makes you feel so proud of yourself, honestly. Like it's been, this year is so hard to go into because it genuinely just feels like we're heading in such a dark time. Like not even just politically, but just with everything happening in the world. And it's so hard to be so like optimistic and like, oh my god, like this year's gonna be our year, guys, like let's slay, like let's do everything we can and travel. Like I feel like there's just so much anxiety personally coming into this new year, and it's so hard to stay optimistic. But I feel like the only way for me personally to get through this year is just like being artistic, I guess, or like movies and art and music, you know. Like it just feels so like Victorian or like old times where like in all the dark ages, like that kind of stuff just gets people through like everything. Like I have been on such a movie kick lately, and I love it. Like I watched this is so random. I watched Wicked like in November, and I have never watched a musical like theater like thing in my life, really. Oh bitch, I'm defying gravity. Like I love that movie. Like it's just so funny. Like I don't know. Or like I watched Nosferatu recently, and if you're someone who hyper fixates like me, don't even get me started. Like bitch, I want to be Ellen so bad. Like just those kind of things that you feel like so dark, like when you feel like you're going through a dark time, like those things genuinely just make everything so much better. And it's so good to have those things. Like I'm so grateful for the internet. Like please. Or like instead of, for like example, being sad that I don't have someone in my life friendship wise, romantically, instead of like laying down and crying about it for like hours, my right now hyperfixation has been watching Smallville on Hulu. And peep Tom Welling, that's bae. I have a little wall going on of the kind of man I'm attracting in my life, which is Bill Skarsgård, Cillian Murphy, and Tom Welling. And we have Mother, Miss Megan Fox. That's my big three. But yeah, like just having those things that you like could just hyperfixate on instead of other things just has made life so much better for me personally, as someone who just struggles so hard with like a lot of things. And I don't know, a lot of what I'm saying probably makes no sense, and I'm actually so sorry, but I just want to make these videos for me, and you know, next year today I could watch this video and be like, oh my god, like I've changed so much, or I'm not even there anymore, like I'm here. And I think having those kind of goals that you could set for yourself, being like, oh, where am I gonna be next year? And also just like, things always happen so unexpectedly. Like relationships that I've been in never happen when I'm like, okay, like I'm looking for this, or like, oh, like this person, this, like I always have, like with my relationships, been with like people that I never in 1,000 years thought I would be with, or they found me at the most random time. And that's like my favorite part about life, is just the like craziness that comes with it. Like you could try to plan something, but if it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. And like if you want it to happen, you like it's literally all like crazy timing for everything. And I have been someone my whole life who, like, if I want something, I will go as hard as I can to try to get it, like with anything, people, materialistic, like anything. And letting go of that and learning how to let go of that has been so hard. Like watching these like the Wizard Liz videos and all that like stuff, it helps. But genuinely, my biggest advice probably would be like, you cannot give advice to someone, like they genuinely just have to go through it, which is so hard because you just want to like tell someone something and them just like live off of that. And that does work sometimes, but unless you go through it, it's so hard to genuinely understand it to like that extent. And yeah, I don't know, just with that. And this past year, what else have I been up to? Literally, I fear that's it. Oh, like I've just been like, January through like July of last year was like a completely like different chapter of like July to like yesterday, like completely different. Like last year today, like I was in a relationship, like I was working, I was in school, like the big, like everything was happening at once. Like I had no time for anything to even reflect on anything. And now I'm out of school, I'm working, I'm licensed, I'm single, and I'm happy. And like I'm just, you don't think that things are like that one Phoebe Bridgers song, Waiting Room, is actually like, I will sob to that song because everything is literally for the better. Like anything that I have been through, I'm like, oh my god, I literally am never gonna get through this, like please God, like begging, like you know it's bad when I'm begging to God. And looking back on it, like it's always for the better. And like I cannot stress that enough. Like even if I could just tell like 12-year-old me who was like crying every day, so depressed, like I would just say everything was literally for the better. Because like I'm so glad I did not get what I wanted when I was that age, or who I wanted, or the life I wanted, because now I'm just so grateful for what it is now. And I think just staying true to who I've always been is just like my biggest thing that I've always been so happy about. And I hope that I could teach someone else like how to be that way, I guess. But I don't know, it's just hard, and everyone's struggling, everyone's not okay to some extent with something. And just humanizing people is just something that I've always done, and it's been so hard because being understanding to a fault can literally be your weakness. Like I am the kind of person who like does not really get my feelings hurt. Like if you're just honest with me and you're like, hey girl, like I don't feel like doing this because I don't feel like it, then I'm like, okay, slay. Or if you're like, oh my god, like I'm just not feeling this vibe, then it's like, okay, like love that, like bye. But being the kind of person who can communicate is actually the best kind of person you could ever be. Like not even being nonchalant, like just being honest. And I have not been that person. Like 2 years ago, if you asked me, I probably was like the worst person you could ever encounter. But just, it's hard because you're so tough on yourself, and everyone is so tough on everyone. Like you could be like, oh, like that fucking bitch is actually evil. And it's like, babe, you were 17, like you were 18, like we're learning. But yeah, those are like some little mini rants. And I'm just actually, hold on, I have not made a video since I was like, I think 17, I want to say 17, maybe just turned 18. I'm tatted up, guys. Little tattoo tour because I might get some new tattoos within the new year. I definitely want an eyebrow piercing. I have been putting off an eyebrow piercing forever because I'm just so scared it's gonna hurt. I will get 10,000 tattoos and like anything in that, but piercings, it's like, oh my god, like I'm scared, guys. Like I will get filler. I got lip filler. I'll get tattoos. I will do everything except getting piercings because I'm so scared. I had both my nose sides pierced and they actually hurt so bad. Anyways, my first tattoo was this angel. It says angel. It might not anymore because it's a little faded. I need to get it redone, like right here. Yeah, excuse my nails. My nail tech is out of town, sadly, so I'm like holding on to dear life. I don't think I applied them right because they're like all falling off. Anyways, I have Cooper Norgentina. As we know, I don't know if I pronounced that last name right. I'm so sorry. He passed like 2 years ago now, I want to say. And I got his tattoo that he had on his arm like here. The numbers were switched, but yeah, that was just like to remember him because he actually was such a sweet soul. I don't know him personally, and this is what I say when I hyperfixate. Like, if I love someone, like, girl, I love you. Like, in that moment, and all my tattoos, a lot of people are like, you're not gonna regret them. Like, my family, like, girl, like, what if you don't like them in like 2 years? But to me, they're always like, when I was young, this is when I got this, you know? I got this scorpion this past year. I just love it. I don't know. I got this little angel. Obviously, like, my last name's Angel, so a lot of my tattoo is like angel, like God related, I guess. Am I that religious? No, but yeah. I have this one. It's 2 swans or doves, and then it says, my life is sweet like cinnamon, gotta love some Lana. I have this little angel, like Cupid bow. My angel, love this tattoo. Actually, probably the most out of all my tattoos, I fear. I have this little heart. This was like my second tattoo ever, just this cross. Love her. I have this one that says heavenly. I have a little cowboy boot right here. I feel like I have another one that I'm missing. Oh, I have one on my back. It's like a butterfly. Yeah, that's all I have so far. I definitely want to get more in the new year. I plan on getting like a Betty Boop for my grandma because I love her down and she loves Betty Boop. And then what else do I plan on getting? I plan on getting another one. I totally just blacked out on what it was gonna be. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and make this little video. A little video diary. I have some trips these upcoming months, so I'm definitely gonna be vlogging them. I definitely want to make some makeup videos. Of course, not that anyone cares about what I'm doing with my makeup, but I do get questions sometimes, like on the occasion of how I do this, because I don't wear like any lashes really, unless I get lash extensions. I don't wear any lashes, and I don't know, I'm not like Alabama Barker just like beating my face every day. Does that make sense? I'm so chronically online, sometimes I say things and I'm like, no one's gonna get that. Like Alabama Barker just in her room 24/7 doing her face beat. Anyways, something that I've also learned this year is like, bitch, you are not different from everyone else. Like, I think it's so funny because like in middle school or like high school, like, bitch, if you were like, where'd you get that? I was that bitch to be like, I thrifted it. Like, I don't know, like, I'll never find this anywhere. And the thing is, like, when people ask where you got something from, 99% of the time, they're not gonna buy it. They're not getting it. But I don't know. I was just so annoying and insufferable. Might still be, but with that, you're not different. You're just like everyone else. And obviously, everyone's different. You're not just like everyone, but like to an extent, like we're all the same. And we're all just kind of like a projection of each other. Not to get super like annoying and deep, but like actually, you know, and we all feel the same feelings. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen like the TikTok comments being like, I have never had an original experience. Like, that's so true. And it's so hard when like all the time, like, or sometimes you're just like, oh my god, like I'm actually going through it so bad. Like, what has anyone, like, how do y'all get through this? But yeah, that's my little rant of the year, I guess. If you're interested, I don't know, subscribe or something. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, I'm so awkward. I feel like I lost all my camera presence that I've ever had in my life. I will get there soon though. TikTok's also getting banned, hello question mark. So if you get bored, you could watch my videos. If it doesn't get banned, then slay balls. It'll be just me watching my own videos, but I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're actually an angel and I love you, and I hope you have the best year. And next time my nails will be actually way more slay. I don't know what that had to do with anything. I'm so sorry. Thank you for watching.